Hi, everybody. So I am at my mom's house now and getting settled in. I'll start looking for an apartment again in a few, but right now I've got to concentrate on the work that I have in front of me. So I think I'm just going to be real transparent first and show you what my study environment looks like. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. I'm sitting in bed and this is how it's going. Don't judge me. This works for me. You gotta do what works for you. However, I do see some people on social media, they have a desk environment and stuff. And I keep thinking, oh, when I get my apartment, I'm going to do that. I want to try that out. Might help a bit. We'll see, because I know it'd be better on my back and my butt. But at any rate, I can already feel that this is going to be another, gosh, I want to yawn right now, another 2 a.m., study session. Sorry about that. I'm tired. I really am. It's been 2 a.m. for the past 2 or 3 mornings working on this project, or past 2 or 3 nights. That should be a better way to say it. So I got up this morning and had breakfast at this great place called Spoons. No, just Spoons. If you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, it's on Broward Road. It's the bomb. You're going to love it. It's worth the wait and the pay. Yeah. Like my breakfast was $46. And it sounds really simple. I had a chicken biscuit and a mimosa, $46.50. But it wasn't that simple. It's not like any other type of chicken biscuit, not some little small round thing. That's not what it was. It was the bomb. This food is great. All right, so anyway, I'm going to tell you about what I'm doing. But first, I want to say congratulations to Sean. Sean made it into, I think it's in Wisconsin, a program there that only accepts 18 students. So imagine how stiff the competition to get in has to be. And Sean started watching my videos and reached out to me. He had great comments all the time and stuff like that. And Sean, you made it in. Yeah, you made it in. I'm so happy for you. And also, I wanted to say thank you to Verlene. You have been such a godsend to me. Great support. And I started this YouTube video vlog or journal to help others. And I keep saying how much it has helped me. You have helped me. Thank you, Verlene, for being there. So maybe some of you have noticed, maybe not, but I'm a lot thinner now. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, my face is much fuller. And I had hair at one time, and I don't now. So there's a lot going on. But and I was afraid that I wasn't going to make it into the program, although I had gotten accepted. But everything's turned out good. Lots of prayer from everybody and support. Great doctors. My medical team is the bomb. All right, so this project that I'm doing, it's going to easily be about somewhere between 70 to 100 pages. It just depends on how chatty you are. So with this list that I have here, we had to dive deeper and answer other questions. And I'm telling you, I initially thought, oh my gosh, I got to do this for each. There's 50. But I've learned so much already. Like I've learned about elimination pathways, context sensitivity. I've learned how to calculate dosages according to weight. And it feels marvelous to know this stuff, things that I didn't know before now. So it's a pretty neat project. I really felt like it was overload, especially because they said, hey, take a vacation before you get to school. But they didn't say, but work on your homework. Vacay, but make sure you take your homework. Vacay, but do this schoolwork. So we're not really vacating, are we? But it's all good because diving in to this stuff already is, I can get a feel for what's going to happen. So let me be a little more transparent. It's only memorization. And I was thinking I was doing pretty good, right? And then like there's this blank sheet that circulated in my Discord group. And so I printed that sheet out and started trying to write stuff in. And it was just not hanging. When I talk about it to folk, I can blurt out everything. Boom, boom, boom. But actually sitting and writing it down was a little rough. So I've been doing stuff like this, right? Remember how we used to have to do this in school? You had to write, I will not talk in class 150 times and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing in this book, filling it up with those dosages. And then I created note cards. Note cards with information on one side and then more information on the other side. And the second set of note cards. This set of note cards is just like maybe on the front of the card, it'll have the agents, right? And then I name them all on the back of the card. Stuff like that. But it is not sticking. So then I thought, and I'm sharing this because I think it's a good thing to think about. Then I thought, well, maybe I see a pattern here. And then this section, you know, it's just what we call brand names and generic. That's what this is. But then there are the concentrations and the dosages, right? That's the part that's giving me the hard time. This area right here. So maybe I could find a pattern. But then what I'm doing is just learning the sheet. So how does that help a patient? It doesn't. It can hurt a patient. It'll help me for down the road when I need this 10% of this grade, this 10% grade to buffer something else. It can happen. It most likely will happen. One of my friends was telling me about how they have to go from clinicals right back to school to take an exam. Sometimes there's no study time. So then what? You know? So I'm not going to take shortcuts. This is not the time to take shortcuts. This is the time to get the information and make it stick. So I've decided to go dark for at least until the 16th. I'm not doing a lot of social media. I probably won't be filming many videos, unless like I just need some downtime. I got a break to get, just unravel my brain a little bit. But outside of that, this work has to be done, and the commitment is mine and mine alone. I have to do this for me. You have to do it for you. So some of the students, they are coming from medical backgrounds, and so they're familiar with a lot of this stuff. And I'm seeing them talking about it in the chats and everything, and I'm saying I'm struggling. And nobody's saying anything back. Like, girl, you better get that stuff in. But I know I need to. The more I see people say, yeah, I got my drug sheet down. And I'm thinking, I don't have my drug sheet down. Yeah. So it's all about the determination that you have, what you want to do. And they're going to give you a lot to do. This is a weed and seed type of situation going on with some of all of us now, and the university knows that. And so everything is purpose driven. Every assignment, I'm understanding that it's all purpose driven, not just so that we get the information, but so that we're sure about what we're doing and they're sure about what we're doing. There's a state exam when this is over, right? And so that stuff has to be in your brain for real. And no one's letting up just because you think it's a lot. So I'm sure that I'm going to become more acclimated as time goes on, with the workload, managing the workload and clinicals. It's a part of the process. thinking fast, critical thinking, knowing when to hold them, fold them, walk away, run. So I also want to mention before I get off that there are about 5 new anesthesiology assistant programs which have opened. There are 2 in Orlando. I think there's 1 in Ohio, 1 in Alabama, and somewhere else. So get into it. Get into it. More opportunity for people to enter our field. It's growing rapidly. More states, I think there are now about 18 states or so, which are allowing AAs. Once California opens up, that's the floodgate. In California, I think we're in legislation now, if I'm not mistaken, which is awesome. Yeah, and the pay is increasing. That's good too. So I would say to anyone who's considering, look into the new schools. It may be easier for you to locate to different markets than South Florida and stuff like that, So try some of the new schools. Don't think for 1 minute that it might be easier to get in, because it very well may not be. You know how the new kid on the block is always has something to prove. Also, like, I don't want you to think that the work is going to be easier at a new school too, because it could be a little harder. It could be a little bit more challenging because they have kinks they have to work out. But give it a try nonetheless. Give it a try. You can't go wrong. You just can't. It's a great field. It's rewarding in so many ways. I can't say that enough. All right. Well, I think that's about it. I gotta go dark. So I'll see you perhaps on the other side of this dark. Maybe a little sprinkle in the middle here and there. But I don't think I'll be back on, fully engaged until maybe after the week of the 23rd, because I have like 4 exams or so, 4 or 5 exams. So I have a lot to do. Only I can do it. I got to get it done. I got to stuff that stuff into my brain. All right. Let me get to this 2 o'clock. Good night.